Hello Convergent Nation, this is Barry Yatzor coming to you from the Convergent Worldwide headquarters located here in the big windy city, that's Chicago, Illinois. Today, I want to talk to everyone about making a big lifestyle change. On April 26th of 2009, within weeks of the photos you're looking at, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. At 427 pounds and leading a relatively sedentary lifestyle, I shouldn't have been surprised, but frankly I was. You know, having watched one of my grandparents suffer with complications of diabetes, which eventually led to death, diabetes is something I've had a close personal experience with. So it scared me, scared the heck out of me. So much so I committed myself right then and there to do something about it. Over the next 14 months, I was able to lose 165 pounds with a lot of support from my family, my friends, and my colleagues. I've been able to keep the weight off now for over a year, so I think I've turned that corner in making a lifelong lifestyle change, which is critical. And it took 3 months and 60 pounds when I started to be able to stop having to monitor my blood sugar and taking medication. So the diabetes is gone. It's a beautiful thing. By the time I turned 50 in December 2009, 8 months after I had started, I had lost 134 pounds and was under 300, achieving a goal I had set for myself, which is to be under 300 by my 50th birthday. This is a picture of my 50th birthday party at work where some of my stranger colleagues made a 130-pound caricature of the weight I'd lost and called it Larry. It sat in the cafeteria for some time after the birthday party for a few weeks, until somebody creeped out and just threw the thing out. Now, a lot of people have asked me how I did it. What kind of diet was I on? What kind of program was I on? And frankly, my canned response is, I don't do diets. They're too drastic. It's nothing I can maintain. It was critical for me to make a lifestyle change, something that I can be comfortable with and I can do it for the rest of my life. Now, even though I wasn't on a diet, that's not to say I didn't watch my calories, because I think diet and exercise are the two most critical parts to any lifestyle change that involves becoming a healthier person. One of the first things I did was to keep a food log for 3 days. And I know that sounds simple, but it's harder than you think because you want to cheat a little bit. But it's one of the biggest tasks, one of the most significant tasks and early contributors to making a lifestyle change, because it gives you a good snapshot of how you're feeding your body and forces you to come to grips with poor eating habits. At the same time, to make sense of this information, you need to know the fundamentals of nutrition, things like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, calories, vegetables, meats, where all these things come from, and what you need to, what kind of nutrition you need as an individual. There are a lot of different resources available on the internet, or you might choose to get the support of a dietitian, nutritionist, or participate in a wellness program as I did. Regardless, take a little time to educate yourself. It's a big deal and it's your life. The two most significant components in making a lifestyle change, as I indicated before, are diet and exercise. So let's briefly talk about those things a little bit more. Whether you want to lose weight or you simply want to live a more healthier lifestyle, these are the essential and basics of what you're going to need to know. So here's a short list of things that worked for me that I want to share with you. So let's start with diet. Eat a good breakfast. We've all heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I agree. I passed the most wonderful bakery on the way to work every day. In the old days, I used to stop, grab a pint of milk, couple donuts, maybe a muffin, and you do the math. It's probably about 12 to 1,500 mostly empty calories. This is not an example of good breakfast. Those days are history. Now I eat a variety of nutritious breakfasts where whole grains, protein-rich Greek yogurt, sometimes eggs, and fruit dominate, and that's probably more in the range of 400 to 600 calories. Take control when you're eating out. We all go out to eat, we all like going out to eat, but it can be scary. You're not as in control as you are at home, so you got to speak up. Feel free to ask for substitutions in dishes, things to be cooked using an alternative method like grilled versus fried. Order all your sauces and dressings on the side and regulate how much goes onto your food. And don't feel compelled to eat everything on your plate. Leftovers are okay. Portion control. Calories do count, and it's your job to know what you're eating. Know when to say when. And sharing is good too. If you're eating out and you want something but don't want all of it, then share it. This especially works well for dessert too. Trade-offs. This is something I do all the time. For instance, I'll save calories associated with bread in a sandwich and leave the bread behind so I can enjoy something else, whether it's a different food, including dessert, or my favorite beverage, and I'm not talking about tea, coffee, or soda. Snacks. Snacks can help stave off hunger and maintain level blood sugars. And that's important. It makes you feel good. Vegetables, nuts, whole grains, fruits are good and good for you. And just limit or eliminate the sugar-heavy sweets like candy, some of the energy bars, and similar things. And I know that's tough to do if you're like me. I got to take a box of dots every time I go to the movie theater. And so there are things, like I said, there's little trade-offs you make. Stay hydrated. The human body is about 50 to 60% water. So drink lots of water. Leave the coffee, soda, fruit juices behind. Oh, and lest I not forget the alcohol, which is easier for some of us than others. Exercise. Essential to any healthy living lifestyle is exercise. And the benefits to your health can be realized with just 30 minutes of exercise at any time. It doesn't have to take a lot of time out of your day. You don't have to make a big commitment to it. Get your heart rate elevated a little bit, get that body moving, and after a little while of doing that, you're going to feel a whole lot more energetic. So there are a multitude of no or low impact activities, if that's of concern to you, what you can participate in and stay healthy, like walking, hiking, backpacking, where obviously backpacking takes a lot more strain and stress than walking, but gives you a range there. Bicycle riding, again, mountain bike riding, road biking, fast, slow, just get out there, turn the pedal. Kayaking or canoeing, swimming, tennis, got to go to the gym, hit the gym, and just a ton of others. Whatever's fun for you, get out there and do it. And then, now that you've made this lifestyle change, you want to be able to figure out ways to ensure your success. So let me cover a few things for you here. Learn the fundamentals of nutrition. This means understanding basic items like I mentioned before, the carbohydrates, protein, fat, calories, vitamins, and so on. You can't make good decisions on diet and nutrition if you don't understand the basics. Assess your personal health. If you haven't seen a doctor recently, schedule an appointment right now and have a thorough checkup. And take advantage, and I can't stress this enough, take advantage of Convergent's yearly health screen. It's free and simple to do. In fact, I'll share with you, it was the Convergent annual screening in 2008 that actually provided me with the first indication that I had diabetes developing. Next, set personal goals. Goals that are measurable, actionable, and most importantly, achievable. Goals will help you keep on track and monitor your progress in making the changes you want to make. And as the old saying goes, you can't manage what you don't measure. Next, enlist the support of your family, friends, work colleagues. When making lifestyle changes, your success is ultimately in your hands, but you need the support of others to reinforce your goals and encourage you. Unfortunately, not everyone is going to share your passion for change, so be careful. Spend time around those people who are going to support you in a positive way and share your lifestyle changes. I was blessed to be surrounded by folks who encourage my success, and in fact, I want to give a special shout out to my wonderful family, my wife Linda, my daughter Anna, and my son Morgan, to my fellow colleagues Greg Lernhan and Dan Masseri, who gave me a ton of support, and last but not least to the Cooper Wellness Center. Not only did these folks support me, but they had to tolerate me throughout the course of change. Remember the 75-25% rules. Next. Nutrition accounts for roughly 75% of weight management, while exercise accounts for 25%. So you definitely need to watch what you eat carefully. You want to understand what different foods do for you and why it's important to eat them. Be selective and be healthy. At the same time, one motto I live by, which is very important to me, is elimination of nothing and moderation of everything. So don't give up the things you love. It will never last. Just moderate them. Schedule physical activities to keep yourself active and on track. Schedule activities, whether individual or team, because sometimes it's fun to do team sports, is a great way to keep you motivated and helps you prioritize your time. It'll force you to commit yourself to staying active and accomplishing some of your goals. And last but not least, stay flexible and mix it up. It's easy to fall into a rut when you find something that works. You see results and you want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. I would encourage you, don't do that. The problem is you'll eventually burn out on it, so mix it up. Whether it's your diet or exercise routine, try a different thing. Your successful lifestyle change is going to depend on it. As with anything in life, making a successful lifestyle change is all in your hands. I guarantee if you do it, you're going to find it as rewarding as I did. So, and I should mention, the nation is here to support you. So get up, get out there, and make it happen. Peace. Go UVM Catamounts.